Hello and welcome to your favorite YouTube channel, Jyotish for all. We have with us a very unique individual, Dr. Ramesh Menon. Astro Ramesh, as he is popularly known as, comes from a traditional family of Vedic astrologers who's taken forward the legacy of his ancestors. He developed a strong interest in the subject from his school days, and his association and training under highly experienced and renowned astrologers shaped the astrologer in him. He has been giving astrological consultations for the last 20 years for his clientele across India and overseas. His areas of specializations include Prashna Kuntli-based astrology, Hora, and natal astrology. Viewers may be interested to know that Astro Ramesh is also a research scientist specializing in human genome analysis, and he holds a doctorate in human genetics from Italy. Ramesh, thank you for joining us today on Jyotish for All, and we are very happy to see you on the show.
Thank you, Ajish. Thank you for inviting me for to this interview in this platform. So I'll be happy to take your questions.
Fantastic. So Ramesh, let me sort of start by asking you. We all say that my destiny is like that, my destiny is like this, my destiny, I wanted to become an engineer, but my destiny made me a marketeer, right? So my question to you is everything in life really destined?
Well, my answer will be no. You take an example of a small seed from a big banyan tree, so which is destined to grow to a gigantic tree. Nobody needs to educate us that only a selected seeds, meet these the appropriate conditions, and if no one interferes, it will grow to a gigantic tree. I'm not talking about philosophy here. We all are destined to do certain things in life, which is embedded in our DNA. But majority lose without even a good start or lose track halfway. Now, astrology can provide guidance in reaching your destiny to a great extent, but one needs to take the journey himself or herself.
So you are specifically suggesting that astrology as a science can be used to guide our personal lives, right? But most often, people assume that it's an andhvishwas, or maybe most of the things associated with probably astrology or other Vedic sciences or Indian mysticisms, right? People get confused between all these things, and they don't know how to approach an astrologer. And therefore, my question to you will be, what can you really ask an astrologer, and how do you really go about framing the right set of questions to get the genuine, relevant answers that one deserves to hear?
Yeah, that's a great question. Any question under the sun are not answerable or not supposed to be solved by an astrologer. So in my experience, in a broader sense, questions related to one's profession or business, karma, or family, kudum, or health, arogya, have higher success rate compared to other fields in prediction. And one needs to know, even the most successful cardiologist, if you take medical profession, the most successful cardiologist cannot resolve all the heart-related problems reported to him or her. So one need to understand that astrology is not a one-stop solution for all the questions that mind fires.
I understand. So how does it? From that perspective, if an astrologer is giving you a certain answer, how does that answer or the astrological remedies recommended by an astrologer or suggestions provided by an astrologer really benefit our end user?
Yeah, astrology, first of all, we should understand, like, astrology is not confined to a belief system. Rather, it's based on astronomical phenomena, which is widely received through centuries in various cultures of human presence. All science is based on facts. The effort to understand any natural phenomena or the pursuit of invention of something through a systematic methodology. In this viewpoint, astrology is a science. It is designed with the whole purpose to guide the path of an individual, to reach full potential by showing light to the darkness of uncertainties in life. The light can only guide you, but it cannot substitute the efforts. So I'll give one example. If one has a well-placed Venus in the 10th house, which receives aspects from Moon or Jupiter, the person can choose art or something related to creativity as a career. If the person chooses engineering as a career, maybe due to the family pressure or some reason, so he or she will be mediocre in his profession. So these given these details are like in general, but it depends on other planetary aspects as well.
I understand. So you're saying astrology is a science. But I would like to just quote an example here. I once tried to dissect a software on astrology. I found all hyperbolas and parabolas and calculus and so many things which I didn't study when I was supposed to really study those things. So you're saying that these planetary positions impact our life, and 10th house probably being the house of your career, and if Venus is well positioned in the 10th house, it one can choose art as a career, right? So are you suggesting that astrology will help us identify or help us choose a career path and identify a personality? Because most of your careers are also slightly related to personality, right?
Yeah.
One might be a good orator. He might do well in politics probably. One may not be a good speaker. He might do well as a scientist probably.
Right.
Right. So could you just elaborate that example a bit more for the benefits
Sure.
of our viewers?
Got it. So in the previous example, if the Venus is aspected or in conjunction with Mercury or Buddha, so who is the Lord of the second house, and the second house signifies not only the financial aspect but also the vak, the word. So if the Venus is aspected by Mercury, who is the Lord of the second house, then the native can become a good singer or a writer. So Buddha also gives that Mercury also signifies education and writing, so it can be a singer or a writer. And if Jupiter is also aspecting or in conjunction with Venus, it naturally confers a Saraswati yoga, and the native can also become a poet, a charismatic orator, or in a modern time we can say an eminent media person. So I'll tell you another example, not related to profession, but related to the marriage. Now, I receive a lot of, matrimonial matchmaking thing, not based on nakshatras, but based on the basic horoscope of the bride and groom. So one thing we can, I'll tell one example from such a, scenario. So if the Venus is in conjunction with Mars, it can be in any Rasi, and is placed in the 7th house or Lagna. For a bride or groom, one should not proceed with the marriage proposal. This is because Venus signifies love or related desires, and Mars represents execution. So such an individual, without any inhibition, without any second thought, will indulge in such activities. Eventually that will bring down the trust in a married life.
You're saying that a person with a Venus and Mars in the 7th house could have multiple affairs.
Yes. So that person has the desire, and Mars will execute the desire without any inhibition.
I understand. So the one is a planet. Venus is a planet of desire, and Mars is a planet of execution. So a combination of them in the 7th house, which is a house of partnerships.
Seventh house or Lagna.
Or Lagna. Okay, a Lagna is the personal house or the basic characteristics of that particular individual. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Wonderful. So I think probably our viewers would have really enjoyed this short conversation with Dr. Ramesh Menon. Kindly understand that in his own words, astrology is a science. He's a well-educated doctorate in human genetics, human genome-based science. I would request all the viewers to kindly subscribe to our channel. We will definitely be back with more interesting such interviews with renowned astrologers. Till then, thank you, Dr. Ramesh, and we look forward to having you with us again. Thank you very much.